everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Chargers going up against the Chiefs. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Now a play fake here on first down. And, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I would guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. He'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Dobbs now on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. Oh, now he bowls him over. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, it's Bell.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Bell, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They run high. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And he floats one there, incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Gun, Dobbs. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
Again, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
An update from Denver, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A give to Bell. He can't get him down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll run it with Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
On first down, Downs to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Von Miller from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. But they face a second and long to start things out. Dobbs is throwing toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw Dobbs. And Ingram holds it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a run with Hyde. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Again, it's Hyde. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the foot. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Let's go.
Now Dobbs. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Landry. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. He'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's got room. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Here's High, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubber.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go.
Now Bell. Oh, able to avoid him. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go.
Now Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go.
Bell. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Blake Bortles with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Bell. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hurry up, here we go.
This is Bell, and an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Dobbs. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A first down carry by Elliott. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Spinning, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go now. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Khalil Mack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket. And line up up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Chargers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. And the Cowboys, they moved out in front. Carson Palmer, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there. And, boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract on.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and it's 3rd and 4. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Dobbs to throw, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And he'll give it here to his running back. Bell sheds him off. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front have made a lot of space. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Time for a break. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And his pass incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
To throw is down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That good for 22 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Let's go.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll make it third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver, and the Cardinals have scored. That one's been interesting. They retake the lead. Blake Bortles, a couple of touchdown passes, and he's up over 300 yards in that one.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Mahomes going to throw it here. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now running right through it. Bell sheds him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 19 carries, 106 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And some room to roam now. He's still barreling through. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Second down, 8. They'll try the right side with Bell. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And now running right through it. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet. Running plays that are working and keep patting those big.
And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, he needed a little love from the right upright that time, but fortune smiled down on him.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of distance, he had more than enough. The only question was keeping it straight, and he's indeed very fortunate to get the bounce there.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Bell sheds him off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Red zone opportunity. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Second down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to slither by. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Freeman again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Bell sheds him off. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 29. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Bell sheds him up, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, Freeman across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out come the Chiefs now.
Let's go!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now a handoff here to his running back. Bell so light on his feet. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And to give this time to the tailback. Bell so light on his feet. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. To go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Brandon, he's up. On his way to a big day. He's punched in a couple already, and you know he's seeking more.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one.